Sour Patch Kids Boozy Bubble Tea, worth making? Now the first thing I did was buy a bunch of Sour Patch Kids candies. Honestly, my self-control is consistently challenged with these tiny pieces of heaven. I only went through one bag myself while making this drink. Now to make bubble tea, you need to have pearls, and I wanted different colored pearls, so the first thing I had to do was segregate the kids based on color. I wonder if there was a different way I could have said that last part. For the boozy version of this drink, you'll need to infuse the vodka with your preferred flavor of Sour Patch Kids. I went with yellow. You'll need to do this 3 to 4 days before drink day. And honestly, you could actually just kind of stop here because Sour Patch Kids infused vodka is actually pretty tasty. Next up is the flavored syrup. Can't make a fruit bubble tea without actual fruit, right? I went with strawberry syrup. Why? Because I like strawberries? No, because they were on sale at the local grocery store. Now, as a side note, did you know the red Sour Patch Kid flavor is actually called just red berry, not strawberry? Red berry. For my syrup, I went with a 1:1:1 ratio of sugar, water, and a cup of strawberries. Bring everything to a boil, simmer for about 10 minutes, strain, and then refrigerate it. For the tea mix, I went with the green stuff from Stash. Sure, the average bubble tea uses black, but hey, I'm living on the edge here. Now, I'm a brute when it comes to opening things. If the box doesn't open easily along the perforated line, I go primal. Seriously, does anybody else have troubles with Stash tea boxes? I was warming up the water and I was passing time by playing rock, paper, scissors with Monty when this happened. My glass pot cracked while warming up the water and sugar. Stupid Amazon glass pot. For the green tea mix, I sweetened it a little bit just to take the edge of the hay taste of, well, you know, green tea. Next up is the most time-consuming part of the drink. It's the most hand-crampy part. It's making the damn pearls. You want to make these the day before drink day. For this video, I made pearls for every single color of Sour Patch Kid. In total, it took probably over 5 hours worth of work. So if you don't need all the colors, just do 1 or 2. So use your bias and pick your 2 favorite colors. For the pearls, the first thing you'll need to figure out is how to turn the Sour Patch Kids into liquid. This requires quite a bit of water and low heat. On average, I went with 17 kids per half a cup of liquid. Now, depending on your heat level, you'll need to add water as needed. Even with my best attempts, I wasn't able to dissolve the kids completely. Now, once everything was melted, taste the kid slurry, and if it isn't sweet enough, add enough sugar until you're satisfied and until it's all dissolved in the slurry. Now, once you're happy with the kid slurry, take a tablespoon of tapioca starch and slowly mix it in. The slurry will thicken up after a minute or so on low heat. Now, add the slurry to 1.75 cups of tapioca starch in a large bowl and mix with a fork. First, it's going to look clumpy, and then as the tapioca starch is absorbed into the slurry, it'll kind of clump together and make a dough. And once it starts clumping together, transfer it to a flat surface and knead. Like with anything that involves dough, make sure your flat surface is dusted, and you'll need to have some tapioca starch on hand so that you get the right texture, which is a ball of colored stuff that isn't sticky to the touch. Now, this will remind you of Play-Doh, so fight the urge to play with it and make Play-Doh monsters with the dough. The only difference between this and Play-Doh is that you can actually eat this dough without throwing up. Now, once it isn't sticky to the touch, wrap it up in plastic wrap or put in an airtight container to keep it moist. For the next hour, you get to roll, cut, and ball. Take a small piece from your stash and roll it into size approximately 0.75 centimeters in diameter, then cut them by the same amount. Then roll. There's literally no easy way of doing it, so make sure you got some good tunes going or engaging conversation. Monty and I talked about the best toys to play with when we're outside. Place the balls into a container and sprinkle the final product with the starch and shake it to prevent clumping. Now, if you want to see what other weird drinks I've kind of put in my mouth, do hit the subscribe button. Now we get to build the drink. I went with 1.5 ounces of Sour Patch Kid pearls, 2 ounces of the yellow Sour Patch Kid vodka, 1 ounce of green tea mix, and 2 ounces of strawberry mix, and 3 ounces of homogenized milk, and a few ice cubes. This was pretty tasty. I won't lie to you, I enjoyed drinking this and making it, except for the hand crampy part, actually just drinking it. So that's how I made Sour Patch Kids bubble tea. Thanks for watching.